Hey yo, what is going on guys? Welcome back to another Genshin Impact video, and yes, I do apologize that I know I'm really late. The video has been uploaded since 6 hours ago. I just came back from work and it's already currently at midnight. I swear, I keep saying this every time. It is what it is. Also, funny thing is, when I saw the notification for this trailer, when it says the title Happy Birthday, so I thought it was Nahida's birthday. Like, legitimately I thought it was today, but it's actually her character teaser title. I got a little confused there for a second. But anyways, it doesn't matter. I don't want to waste some time for you guys. So without further ado, I'm very excited for Nahida personally, so let's check it out. Aw, she's so cute.
When I woke up, I was riding in a flower carriage. I just had a dream. I dreamed it was my birthday.
Aw.
In the dream, the Knight of Flowers and his retainers found me.
Oh wow.
Oh, Archon, we finally found you. The people can't wait to meet you. The Sub-Zero's festival began, and everyone smiled as they gathered around me. Finally, I got back on the carriage and waved goodbye. When I woke up, I was riding in a flower carriage. I just had a dream. I dreamed it was my birthday.
Wait.
In the dream, the Knight of Flowers and his retainers found.
Aw, look at that.
Oh, Archon, we finally found you.
This is so sweet.
The people can't wait to meet you. The Sub-Zero's festival began, and everyone smiled as they gathered around me.
But you know, nobody can see her,
Finally,
you know?
I got back on the carriage and waved goodbye. When I woke up, I was riding in a flower carriage. I just had a dream. I dreamed it was my birthday.
What the fuck? Whoa, this went like a...
The Knight of Flowers and his retainers found me.
Whoa, this went dark. What the heck?
Archon, we finally found you. The people can't wait to meet you.
What the fuck?
The Sub-Zero's festival began, and everyone smiled as they gathered around me. Finally, I got back on the carriage and waved goodbye.
What?
When I woke up, I was riding in a flower carriage.
Oh no, this is... No.
It was my birthday. Happy birthday,
What?
Nahida.
What? What? Oh my god, that went from super wholesome to really, really depressing. Oh my god. Oh, Nahida's like trapped. She's like always being concealed in prison forever. Damn. Is that how she's always been? That's so sad, man. Oh, man, does every Archon teaser gotta be sad always? Like the Raiden one? Oh my god, man, this is... Ugh. Ooh. A lot of mixed emotions here for a second. Alright, moving on to the JB trailer. Alright, here's the JB trailer. I'm just shocked, man. That was... I did not expect that at all. That was so unexpected. See, it started so nice. So bright, warm, filled with sunshine. Both sounds good, by the way. English and Japanese sounds good. She's so adorable, man.
花車が揺らぎ、ナヒーダは目を開ける。彼女は言う。夢を見ていたと。ナヒーダの誕生日は今日なのだと。
See, I got confused when I was like, wait, why is it looping again? Like the Sub-Zero's festival. But then it showed this, and I was like, oh, okay, this is nice. It's like maybe a few, you know, a few hundred years later, right?
お会いできるのを楽しみにしています。家臣探査が幕を開け、人々は彼女を囲んで楽しく踊る。花車の上でナヒーダが
She's like a princess
みんなに手を振りながら
almost.
さよならを言うまで。
Like being, you know, sitting in the carriage, waving at people, smiling. And then this happened.
花車が揺らぎ、
This freaked me out, I'm not gonna lie.
ナヒーダは目を開ける。そして言う。夢を見ていたと。ナヒーダの誕生日は今日なのだと。
It's like a
夢の中で
thriller,
花の騎士や従者が彼女を見
thriller
つけた。
creepypasta almost.
神よ、やっと見つけました。
But the animation's really
お
cool.
会いできるのを楽しみにしています。家臣探査が幕を開け、人々は彼女を囲んで楽しく踊る。花車の上でナヒーダがみんなに手を振りながらさよならを言うまで。
I wonder, like, every time she wakes up, does she feel like it's real
花
or
車
not,
が揺
right?
らぎ、
It's literally like
ナヒー
Inception.
ダは目を開ける。そして言う。ナヒーダの誕生日は
Man,
今日なのだ
that's
と。
really depressing, man.
お誕生日おめでとう、ナヒーダ。
That's sad, man. The keywords here in this trailer is happy birthday. Just imagine being, you just wake up every single time, not knowing if it's real or not, celebrating your birthday over and over, but each time it just gets worse and worse. Ooh. Well, this is the first time we reacted to this kind of teaser, very heavy teaser on the channel, but definitely not the first time they posted this kind of teaser on their channel. So, whew, well, I guess let's move on to her kid, man. All right. Okay, so here is everything we need to know about Kusanali, aka Nahida. So sharing my knowledge, physics of purity. That was terrible. Anyway. Alright, so here is Nahida. She's a physic of purity, and this is her body, full portrait body art. And by the way, it looks really nice. A caged bird secluded with the confines of the sanctuary of the Surthana, who can only see the world in her. Oh, dude, that's sad, man. I really hope she gets to. Oh, so that's why she kept being trapped. Yeah, it was like implied in the Art Conquest Act 4 or Act 3. Sorry. Anyway, so here is the basic information. Oh my god, this emote's so adorable. So Gnosis is obviously, Gnosis instead of Vision this time, is obviously Dendro, we already know. Constellation is called the Sapientia Oromasdis. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, by the way. Also, her weapon is a catalyst, which is, I'm gonna go a little bit more in detail to why that's actually pretty insane. Her affiliation is obviously Sumer City. Her birthday is on October 27th. Here we go. So for the voice actress, for the English one, we got Kimberly Ann Campbell. She was the one that presented on the Genshin Impact live stream for the English channel. And for the JP voice actress, it's Tamura Yukari. So Nahida is a Dendro character who can create conditions for Dendro elemental reactions and deals damage even when she is off the field. She can use her elemental skill to mark opponents with the Seed of Skanda, where marked opponents within a fixed range of each other will be bound to each other. After you trigger elemental reactions on opponents who are affected by the Seeds of Skanda, or when they take damage from the Dendro cores, Nahida will deal Dendro damage to the opponent on all connected opponents. Nahida's elemental burst expands to the Shrine of Maya and grants her certain bonuses based on the number of Pyro, Electro, or Hydro characters in a team. Okay, to summarize, basically, she offers buffs, and she can mark her opponents from her elemental skill, and it's AoE as well. And also, when you do reactions, it'll trigger dealing Dendro damage. So that's pretty nice. For her Ascension Materials preview, okay, so this is what I actually wanted to know. This is everything you need to farm for, so make sure if you guys are pre-farming, which I will recommend all of you guys to pre-farm for Nahida. These are all the Ascension Materials. We got the Dendro Ascension Crystals, obviously. This is the... I forgot what this was called, but this is the same flower as the Dory's flower. We also got... Oh, these again? Oh, man, I just used this for Nilu. Okay, well... you're gonna need these fungis again. And then obviously the Dendro Hypostasis was for Nahida, which kind of surprised me. I was actually really close to farming the bird. Luckily I didn't, because I saw the live stream and then there was the Dendro Hypostasis and I was like, okay, never mind, they made a new boss for Nahida. Alright, so for the talent level materials, she needs the talent books of Inequity. Is that Inequity? Is that what it's called? It's the Lotus one. And yeah, makes sense. It makes sense. And then yeah, same thing, fungi. For the question mark, obviously, it's going to be Scaramouche, which is going to be the new weekly boss for 3.2. Alright, let's view her talents real quick. Okay, so I'm actually quite interested to see her normal attacks because she's a catalyst, which is normally when we look at normal attacks for, you know, non-catalyst characters, it tends to be irrelevant sometimes because of the trend they've been building or designing characters has either been elemental infusion or just support, right? Just purely use skill and burst. But for Nahida, her attack, if you notice her attack animations, look at this. 3 attacks. Boom, 4 attacks. That's very fast. And then her charge attack is also pretty big too. So, I have a good feeling you're going to definitely use her on field. But let's see. Normal attack, Akara. So performs up to 4 attacks, dealing Dendro damage to opponent's fronter, and then charge attack. Yep, the classic standard attack animation. Alright, here we go. For her elemental skill, so this is probably the most interesting ability in my opinion. It is called the All Schemes to Know. Sends forth the karmic bonds of wood and tree from her side, dealing AoE Dendro damage and marking up to 8 opponents hit with the Seed of Skanda. When held, this skill will trigger differently. Okay, so there's 2 ways already to use it, as you can see demonstrated in the animation demo. That's the tab version, you just deal a little instant Dendro damage right there, and then for the hold, you can have this little viewfinder scope, and then you mark your opponents just based on the viewfinder, and then after you swap off, enters aiming mode, which will allow you to select a limited number of opponents within a limited area. During this time, Nahida's resistance to interruption will be increased. Okay. This is slightly worrying me a bit because I'm hoping that, because the way they phrase this, most of the characters like Sino, Ayato, tends to not be that good in terms of resistance to interruption. I hope she just doesn't get interrupted, because if she gets interrupted while using this ability, that's gonna feel pretty annoying to, you know, try to pull off. So I don't know, we'll see. This is slightly concerning to me a bit. When released, this skill deals Dendro damage to these opponents and marks them with the Seed of Skanda. Aiming will last up to 5 seconds and can select up to maximum of 8 opponents. Okay. Opponents who have been marked by the Seed of Skanda will be linked to one another up to a certain distance. After you trigger elemental reactions on opponents who are affected by the Seeds of Skanda, or when they take damage from the Dendro cores, there you go, including Burgeon and Hybrid Bloom. I'm also assuming Bountiful was included too. Nahida will unleash Trikarma Purification on the opponents and all connected opponents, dealing Dendro damage based on her attack and elemental mastery. Ah, I knew it. I had a feeling that she would scale with Elemental Mastery. And the reason why is, if you notice with each Archon's design, they tend to scale with like a certain stat. For example, Raiden Shogun, think about it. She scales with ER. And most characters in Inazuma heavily relies on ER. And there's even an artifact set that's based on AR scaling, which is pretty good for, you know, expensive burst cost users. So yeah, just a little heads up for that. You can trigger up most 1 Trikarma Purification within a short period of time. So after you do reaction, after you do reaction, it's going to trigger, as you can see, the Trikarma, and it's going to deal Dendro damage. It also seems instant, and it still seems marked too. So I don't know how long this Trikarma thing will last, but if it's long, this is insane if you think about it. That's just like, think about it. It's almost like Hu Tao's Blood Blossoms and Tartaglia's Riptide, but like, you know, with a longer duration. And as long as you do either reactions or you deal Dendro damage, you're gonna just have Dendro application pretty much nearly all the time. And it's not like application won't be an issue for Nahida because, well, if you can guess it, she's a catalyst user. And even better, her attack animation is pretty fast. So having her on field while being able to trigger Dendro reactions is going to be quite an interesting playstyle for Nahida. But anyway, let's move on to probably one of my favorite looking burst animations in the entire game. It is called the Illusionary Heart, which, by the way, that looks so sick. When I saw this on stream, I was like, wow, this... You know what this reminds me of? For those who watch this Jujutsu Kaisen, it reminds me of the domain expansion. Literally, look at this AoE. It's so huge. And also, do you see that detail where she walks around? That little animation detail? Look. there's like a bunch of flowers following her trail. That's really cool. Very nice detail. But yeah, anyways, that burst animation is godly. That's Archon level, of course. So yeah, they nailed it, man. All right, anyways, let's go on to what her burst actually does. So manifest the court of dreams and expands the shrine of Maya. When the Shrine of Maya field is unleashed, and the following effects will be separately unleashed based on the elemental types present within the party. Okay, so I briefly kind of took notes about this, and I mentioned it on my previous stream. So basically, if you have a pyro character on your party, while Nahida remains with the Shrine of Maya, the burst, the damage dealt by the Tri-Carbon Purification, so that's her elemental skill, from all schemes to know, is increased. So just more damage. We don't know obviously the scaling yet, so obviously once she comes into the game, we'll find out officially what her damage scalings are. For Electro, when Nahida remains within the Shrine of Maya, the interval between each Tri-Carbon Purification from all schemes to know is decreased. Interval? What does that mean? Does that mean like... Whoa. Wait, what does that mean? Interval between each Tri-Carbon Purification. Is it like how often, you mean? The thing would react? I don't know about this one. Someone please do let me know in the comments if you guys know what this actually means. And then for Hydro, the Shrine of Maya's duration is increased. Okay, I don't see any point of this unless you can have multiple buffs, right? Because other than that, this burst doesn't do anything, right? Besides apply buffs. They specifically said this doesn't do damage as well. So if there are at least two party members of the aforementioned elemental types present when the field is deployed, the aforementioned effects will be increased further. Oh. Even if Nahida is not on field, these bonuses will still take on effect so long as the party members are within the Shrine of Maya. Oh, interesting. So that means if you have two Pyroar, the damage will increase even further, or two Electro, and the interval for the Tri-Carbon Purification is decreased even more, and then for Hydro, the duration is going to be increased even higher. Huh. Interesting. It doesn't specifically say you could like mix it up like Pyro, Electro, Hydro, and then you get all these buffs. Okay. Alright, her burst is quite interesting. I mean, look, like what I've been, theorizing with the Nahida's what Nahida's potential kit could look like. It is quite similar, as you can see. Very, very well, I mean, it's actually kind of different. Obviously the elemental skill is a huge different ability compared to DENDRO Travelers. And the burst, it is kind of similar. You've used different kind of elements, and it provides different buffs from the burst. And the only difference is her burst doesn't do damage, so that's going to be very interesting to see how it's like in game. Yeah, I guess that's about it for Nahida's kit. This is her story. Since she is the Archon, why don't we, why don't we read it? Just because I feel bad, I feel bad for her in that character teaser. I'll just read this a bit. You guys can also check out the rest of the details. I'm gonna link this website and everything else in the description, so you guys make sure you guys check them out personally when you guys get the time to. But anyways, let's get into it. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata created Sumeru's rainforest and bestowed wisdom upon the people of Sumeru through the academia. Despite her departure long ago, her name is still praised in the stories told in every household in Sumeru. On the other hand, Lesser Lord Kusanali, who has whisked back by the sages to the sanctuary of Saranthana following the former's fall, has been more of a symbol, one that signifies that the protection of the divinity never ceased to exist on this land, but the answers to who she is, how she descended, and what power she has are rarely known. From the highest sages' vague response and evasive attitude toward people's inquiry about Lesser Lord Kusanali, the people in Sumeru deduced that they should no longer expect merciful wisdom to descend from on high as before. Damn, people just straight up don't care about her, man. That's really sad. What the heck? The Akasha, the sublime legacy left by the Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, is just as handy and helpful as it has always been. What people are not aware of is that the Akasha today has become the ears and eyes of the newborn deity. Through the Akasha, she has observed every bit of human emotions and attitudes. She's aware of their devotion to the old goddess, their disillusionness disillusionment with their new deity, and the many comments that the god of wisdom will never come back. She knows in her heart that she must keep learning and grow up as quickly as she can to stand up and face the threats from the most abysmal corners of the world. This is her inevitable duty. Thus, whether she is misunderstood or underappreciated, Nahida makes no argument against it all. That's sad, but that's most of the times it sometimes happens, right? Good deeds doesn't always get recognized, unfortunately, especially with this story with Nahida's characters. Well, hopefully she does get, she does get the respect that she deserves. After all, spoiler alert, she is Rook of the Water, so yeah. But we'll see how it folds in the new Archon quest. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much everything. This is all of her stuff. Again, I'll link it all down in the description. And oh look, they showed her animation first time. Oh wow, man, I think this is the first time like a little character that I actually wanted to summon for. Not because she's the Archon, but I just personally like the personality, design wise too. It's just really adorable, man. But yeah, I guess that's all for this stream. So what are my overall thoughts for Nahida? Okay, personally, Nahida already looks pretty strong. All right, I know I didn't see the passives yet, but the fact that she can AoE mark opponents and deal Dendro damage both on field and off field, as well as her burst can provide numerous buffs. I assume, right? Don't fact check on me, but I'm assuming you can stack the buffs, right? But if not, you can at least have like 2 party members within the same corresponding element, and that'll increase the buff effect. So yeah, overall, Nahida, I think she's definitely going to be the best Dendro character that we've gone. Because compared to all the Dendro characters we have currently, they aren't amazing. Let's be honest, they really aren't. Tighnari, he's a quick swap, quick in DPS. Or Dendro Traveler and Kale, their job is off-field Dendro application. It's just they have issues. Like Dendro Travelers, he is currently, and for the first time, the best character in his element. Oh, as of right now, obviously, until Nahida comes out. And yeah, he's application off-field application is currently the best. It's just he is expensive in terms of like energy regeneration. So just do keep in mind for that. Whereas Kale, I feel like she's more suited for like quick swap kind of comps because of her burst duration is pretty fast. And yeah, you'll notice like her burst runs out quick, and then you'll lose out on your extra Dendro reaction. So Nahida is a very interesting character because the fact that she's Catalyst, she has a lot of weapon options that she can do. So she can do like DPS options because decent amount of DPS Catalyst. And she also has support catalyst, so she can run like Thrilling Tales if you wanted like an attack buffer. However, I don't know if she looks like she's gonna just be a simple support, but we'll see though. You may never know. I think she also looks really flexible in terms of like team comps too. Like I personally can imagine seeing her in Hyper Bloom. Like she's going to be the on-field Dendro carry because she can constantly apply Dendro, and have Xingqiu apply Hydro, and after you have Cookie or whatever, having the off-field Electro trigger Hyper Bloom. Like, oh my god, that team's comp is gonna be insane. That's gonna be ridiculous. And not only Hyper Bloom, she's gonna be literally probably the most flexible Dendro character you can use for any Dendro reaction team. My only issue is this. Nahida's resistance to interruption will be increased. Does that mean she has a chance of getting interrupted? Likely, because of the reputation of the way they've been phrasing resistance to interruption will be increased. Has been on certain characters that, are well known to not have good resistance to interruption. So hopefully, I'm praying that she has the Raiden interruption shield or the Itil interruption shield, but we'll see. She can also again fit in any Dendro comp at this point. I think she's going to be pretty insane with Quicken, Hyper Bloom, Aggravate, Burgeon probably. Well, Burgeon we need a bit more power options, but in Bloom, Nilu Bloom comps too. So I think already easily by far she's going to be a must pull. However, compared to all the Archons that we've seen, she's probably kind of like the most niche if you think about it. Venti with the Generalist CC, Zhongli with the Generalist shield, Raiden with the Generalist ER regeneration, and Nahida with the powerful buffs. Oh, well, I mean, as long as you react to Dendro, yeah, then there you go. So I lay my point on that. Still, however, I believe Nahida is going to be very powerful, and honestly, I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to get her. Her playstyle looks really fun, and her attack animations look very adorable. And I mean, look, I mean, how can you say no to this character, huh? How can you say no? How can you say no to that? But anyways, regardless, sorry this is a little longer than usual, because Nahida's a a pretty important character to talk about, especially as an Archon status. She has kind of a competitive lineup, so I guess we'll have to wait and see until she officially comes out in the game. But for now, I guess that's all I have for today. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys hit that like button as well as subscribe to the channel. I've been noticing my subscribers have been growing a bit more, so please keep on subscribing, and I really appreciate the support. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and as always, until next time, stay epic and peace out.